So today we have a 2025 Ford F-150, and Ford was kind enough to put its underseat storage box in there, so you can lift up your seat and put stuff in there. Only problem is it's completely inaccessible, and that's because I have a little problem. Children are the problem. But today we're gonna be fixing that. We're gonna take this box thing out, and we're gonna replace it with a drawer that slides out so you can put all your stuff in it and actually get to it. So if this sounds familiar, yes, I've had this problem before. Rewind to my last truck and rewind to when my kids were a little bit smaller, and I made that right up there, that guy. So yeah, I had the same problem. There was all that storage space underneath, couldn't get to it, had a car seat in there at the time, and so I made out of wood a drawer. Then one day, the kind of folks over at DZ saw that and they said, hey, can we make a drawer just like that? And I said, yes, and here is the result of that. It's full of stuff right now, can't get it open. Need to empty that out, but now the thing is, that drawer was made before Ford made this box that goes underneath the seat. Now I know that DZ did try and sell Ford the drawer. I'm not saying Ford kind of copied the drawer, but there's a chance Ford kind of copied the drawer. Except they made it worse. It's a box you can't get to, because yeah, car seat may be gone, but booster seats are still here, and you cannot get to this box in any good way. I suspect the drawer will still fit. I kept it from my last truck because I invented it, but because I like it and it's useful. And today we're gonna be taking out this thing right here and putting that thing right there somehow. And the first step is to get rid of this plastic monstrosity. So with the booster seats removed, yes, you can get to the box down here, and that would be great, but as discussed, can't do that. So looks like we've got some screws, some arrows pointing to some secret compartments, and I'm guessing we start taking this apart and, well, it'll come apart. Hey. So with the box removed, you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 studs in the floor, and I did go to start to remove those. However, we ran into a problem. So if you go underneath the truck, right here, 1, 2, those are your 2 studs sticking up out of the floor on the passenger side. But on the driver's side, you got, well, that's a big old fuel tank right there. It goes almost all the way up to the body, and you cannot get to those studs from below. So what I did next was the double nut trick. So you put one nut on, put another nut on, you tighten those 2 nuts against each other, and then you can back your stud out. So I started doing that. It's actually, it would be righty-loosey, not righty-tighty. Studs started going down. Only problem is, guess what? It hit the fuel tank. So I thought about a few different ways to do this. One, we could just throw the drawer in there as is, no problem. Studs are a little stubby, but here's the thing. Heavy-duty steel drawer, made in America, probably gonna be just fine. Another thought I had was take these nut washer things that were holding the old box down, flip them over, put them on these studs to help distribute the weight, right? So that'll help the drawer more space to sit on. It also, I mean, the carpet, like, it's almost level. Like, it's really close. It'd probably be fine. Only thing is, I've got a bunch of junk that goes in that drawer. It's gonna be a heavy drawer, and we're talking about heavy duty steel or truck body aluminum deforming. Which one do you think is gonna deform first? So yeah, over time, the drawer would probably push down on the floor of the truck, and we'd have these studs deforming into the fuel tank, which is probably not a good idea. Now, the right way to do this is probably to drop the fuel tank and get those studs out of there. Not like drop the fuel tank completely, but just like lower one end a little bit to get the studs out. Might be enough room to do that under there, but I'm lazy. So there is a third, fourth, there's a final option. So you got the box back in, right? Look at how much thread is on top of that nut. You don't need that much thread. So instead, what we're gonna do, so did I just melt the carpet in my new truck? I mean, yes, a little bit. But will some potential future owner, or maybe me in the future, if I put this back in to sell the truck, be able to put that box back in without having to get underneath and drop the fuel tank and put studs back in? Yes, they will. And here's the thing, either way you look at it, you put in the drawer, you put in the box, carpet gets covered up, not worried about it. Now we got the studs on this side lowered enough that they are well below the carpet. Those aren't gonna be a problem. On the other side, we'll just take them out. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna turn them over, put them in from the top. And that way, no water or dirt or anything will get into the truck. And there's nothing below them, so it doesn't really matter. Is that gonna make some people angry that there's bolts sticking out of the bottom of the truck doing absolutely nothing? Probably. Is it gonna make me angry? No. With that, we can finally install our drawer. And so even though we had that box in here, the seat brackets still have those holes in them, and that is where you mount your brackets to that hold the box in place in the truck. And there you have it. The drawer is installed. Oh, it's locked. Well, it's latched. It's not locked, but it does have a lock in case you want to, you know, put like things in there people shouldn't have access to. But look how far that comes out. That's so awesome. And then we can put the seat down. I'm allowed to have children again and still get to my stuff. And then if you want to, go over to the other side. Door slides out here too. It does have dividers that you can put in here, but I like to be able to access my stuff from like either side. And oh, hey, look, you have a child on this side too. So yeah, I think it's time to fill it up. And in my drawer, I like to stock straps, gloves, assorted hand tools, zip ties, tape measure, multimeter, WD-40, more hand tools, flag for towing things, recovery strap, shackles, soft shackle, block of cheese. Then we're gonna jump over to the other side and put in jumper box and air compressor, blanket, tire patch kit, hot dog, first aid kit, and an ice cube. All into the drawer. And there you have it. Kids' seats are back in. Can't lift the seat up again, but you can still get to your block of cheese whenever you need it. So yes, that was an oldie but a goodie. The drawer is so much more useful than the storage that was there. Even if you could lift your seats up, just like reaching across your truck to get to whatever's in the other side, here you can just, I mean, like, we could, if I really wanted to, I think I could put my hand through there and get the hot dog. And so the drawer will fit in place of the box. It even, I mean, so that the mat almost comes right up to it too. I mean, there is a little bit of space in there, but my kids, they need somewhere to put their Fruit Loops and Cheerios, right? So until next time, am I actually gonna leave the ice cube in here? No. The ice cube, if I can grab it, it's slippery. That was just for show. The hot dog, however, you never know when your kids are gonna be hungry. See you later. All right, now I know I said I was gonna save the hot dog for the kids, but the wife is about to pull out the driveway. Do you think she's hungry? I think she might be hungry. That was a hot dog. Thought you were hungry.
Ew, that's even closer.
Oh, you got a wiener streak on your windshield.
I'm supposed to go anywhere with a wiener streak on my windshield.
No, I saw it bounce off.
I thought I did too.
Don't worry, she'll find it. It's around somewhere. Oh, she found it. That's cannibalism. You shouldn't be doing that. That's a hot dog.